Welcome, everyone. This is ThrillCast live on location, but you're probably not going to watch it live anyway. We're here with, actually, the episode just dropped, episode 35, I believe. Robert Stout, champion race car driver. He's been in SST now, 2 years?
Is that the third season? Start of the third season?
Start of the third season. And, again, he's definitely my pick to be contending for the championship. So Rob, I want to talk to you. First, welcome, and thanks for, being on ThrillCast. And,
love it, man.
And let's talk about, practice, okay? We talk about practice, like Allen Iverson.
You know what? Let's talk about, before we talk about practice, let's talk about the fact they call it practice when we all know it's actually qualifying.
It is qualifying, yeah. We're practicing qualifying.
We're practicing to qualify, that's right.
Yeah. So how do you the Continental / Injector Dynamics truck, how'd that run today for you in qualifying?
It actually went really well. Truck was good, man. It was flying good. Granted, I pushed it a little bit too hard. I think all of us found the limit off the second jump on the front straightaway at this point.
I saw that. I was in pit lane when you did that.
Yeah, I scraped the whole front bumper flat. So I opened my eyes a little bit. I had a big reality check. But it was good, man. I felt like I had some good laps. I had a little bit of a flat spot at the left front tire a little bit, just made a mistake into the fountain turn. And I felt like I kept catching that flat spot. Never quite found a rhythm at the end. But all in all, I just wanted to get in the top three. I needed to get in the points. I got in the top three, so I'll take it.
Well, that's good. I just found out. I didn't know you were in the top. So you got third or second?
Ended up third, yeah. I knew I was second behind Harlan almost the whole session. Couldn't quite get him. And then
Harlan was actually P1 at a point. And then Robbie got him late.
Yeah. So Harlan was first. I was second for almost the entire session. Yeah. And then
Robbie did Robbie Gordon stuff.
And last lap, he made us all look like fools. So
exactly.
But to be expected,
Robbie
Long Beach.
Got that bag of tricks.
Always.
So, always
got a bag of tricks.
And he still has money.
And he's gradually throwing them out the window. So by the end, he's got no more tricks and just a fast lap time. No, it's great. So I'm happy with that, man. I'm happy with third. What about you? How did you feel about it?
Well, I mean, obviously, my strategy was to go as slow as possible.
Yeah, you
to
went
get
for
on
the
pole.
invert pole.
Yeah, I'm going for the opposite pole just because, hey, in the strategy in SST, if you really can't do first, second, or third to get those qualifying points and the qualifying money, maybe you start on pole or start somewhere toward the front, work your way to the front, and then hopefully for a podium that way. And so there's kind of like two trains of thought on how you get to the prize money.
Yeah.
Fourth
place is really like the worst position you could have.
Fourth, fifth, or
you
sixth,
don't get the points. You still have to start in the back.
Yeah.
So it's either all or nothing, right?
But let's talk about that. So now you're a veteran driver. You can't be like, hey, I'm a rookie and this and that. You're a veteran driver. You know what it takes. You've been contending for a championship for the past couple of years. So knowing that there's all these new guys here, and knowing that unlike when you were a new guy, you didn't wad it up or crash. You had a lot of experience and you came in like competing from day one. But some of these new guys, you saw them on the track right now. Are you going to feel any certain type of pressure to say, okay, there might not be two cautions. There might be a red or the race might end halfway. So is there going to be some type of, like in a sport car race or an IndyCar race where you're saying, you know what? There might be rain coming this race. Like, is there going to be that pressure to get to the front as soon as possible?
Yeah, I think so for this one, man, and for a few different reasons. I also had the same general strategy in qualifying because I'm going for the points. I'm trying to go for an overall fast time. So I came out of the gate like, hope this truck flies good, as we got to go right now because
you were pinned. I was in pit lane. I saw you. I was like, if I was mic'd up, I was like, look at that motherfucker. I was dying.
I was going for it out of the gate because I was like, if one of these guys balls it up in the first lap or two, 15 minutes to clean up a crash, that's it. Session's over.
Done, yes.
So I went for it right off the bat, and same thing here, but there's just so many good people out here right now. You're incredibly difficult to get around, especially at this track. We've got...
you didn't know I got a button in my truck that makes it like 18 inches wider on each side?
No kidding.
I do. I have that.
Brabham, both the Gordons, Gavin, Miles.
You get that after your fifth year.
It's a
feature.
Like your AARP card for SST.
Shut it. I could get. They mailed me that. So no, after your fifth year, you get a button. It's a new feature, and you get it, and it goes out. Like spikes come out too. So now in my 10th year, I wonder what I'm gonna get.
I think it's gonna be hard. Yeah. So I think we just got to go. We got to try to get to the front to get around some of these guys. I mean, Brabham, Max. Cheek. There's going to be a few guys that are in front of me that I'm going to have to deal with.
With that being said, though, okay, everyone's going to be doing that. And typically all of the faster guys or the more experienced guys. So I'm doing a kind of front of it experience, like saving my equipment. I get out to a lead and I save it, as your father would talk about on the announcement, on the broadcast. He's like, okay, Hines is doing what he's doing. You guys are doing that in the back, saving your equipment, and then after that second yellow, you're coming. Okay,
Yeah.
and I know that you're coming, but you guys and me typically have fresh trucks. I really think that there's going to be pressure on for everybody.
Yeah.
Like me starting toward the front, you guys starting toward the back, that we're going to have to go. And I really think toward the end, you're going to see brakes fading. You're going to see tires fading.
locking up everywhere.
So what do you think those last 3 laps are going to be like?
Last 3 laps are going to be complete mayhem with everybody holding on for dear life. But the big thing for me is, where am I going to get my truck positioned before that final caution?
Yeah.
I want to be in front of
there's
Robbie.
that final you never know.
I want to be in front of Robbie. I know that. I need to keep him behind me to that final caution if I can. Because if he gets in front and he gets any type of control over what the field is doing, he's so good at manipulating people behind him. It's just not where I want to be.
He will set you up. You think
Right.
like, okay, I'm going to pass him on the outside here.
Yeah, I do not want Robbie in front of me. I do not want Max behind me. I don't want him too behind me if I got to deal with him.
Yeah.
I've been there. I've lived that experience.
Actually,
he's
I
hard.
would say, I think in the last lap or going into the last lap,
Second place, not a bad spot.
I think, you might want to be right behind Max and give him a little payback. Maybe.
Yeah. If I do have to be behind him, it needs to be a 1-2 scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the name of the game out here, man. That hairpin, it's a bump and run in the final
I call
lap.
that the Sheldon Pin corner, because he did that back in like 2013 and 14.
It was huge, that move.
Yeah,
that was great. So I don't know. My biggest thing is just getting in a good position for the final caution. I want to be in front of Robbie. I know that. Hopefully in the top 3 in a scenario where I can try to either watch the top 2, maybe get themselves into some mistakes I can take advantage of, or be in a position to help that first place guy make a mistake so I can steal the win away.
Nice. Well, thanks for this. We're going to have a recap after the race tomorrow, so we look forward to hearing from you and see if any of the things that we talked about played out. So,
Yeah.
But good luck.
Absolutely, man.
Take care, man.
Thanks,
you.
buddy.
Bye.